Breaking fucking news. If you didn't know, Trump gave Iran a 48-hour ultimatum that says either end this war or we are going to attack your energy ports. This is their power plants, the things that give them energy and electricity. Iran threatened to cut the internet cables along the ocean floor. They rejected Trump's 48-hour ultimatum and they waited till the 48 hours were up and said, now what? Trump officially responded and says, you have only a couple of hours to make a decision quickly, or we are going to obliterate their power facilities. Yes, you heard me correctly. Trump is ready to obliterate Iran's energy facilities. He's ready to put boots on the ground, military soldiers on Iran's geography on Karag Island to destroy their oil refineries. And Iran is sitting there with a smile on their face, patiently waiting for the U.S. to arrive. I don't know. I don't trust no bitch that's hiding inside of a mountain with missiles that we can't even detect when they get shoot out the ground, telling me anything, waiting for me. I don't need no bitch checking me at the door. Production, our sources, please. This is from BBC News. This is live of 6 minutes ago. Trump threatens to obliterate Iran's energy facilities if deal is not reached shortly. Iran's power plants and oil wells, if a deal is not reached shortly, will be struck. This is the latest in the glance. Trump says the U.S. is serious discussions with the new and more reasonable regime in Iran, but warns if ceasefire is not agreed, the U.S. will hit sites and it's purposefully not touched yet. It's not the first time he has tried to set a deadline. Even BBC is clocking their tea. Trump also reports his threats against a major fuel hub in Karag Island. Our correspondent Frank Gardner asked whether this could be another bluff. Earlier, a spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry called U.S. proposals to end the war excessive and unreasonable. Basically, what they're saying is the U.S. wants Iran to win the war. The U.S. wants Iran to lose the war, and they want them to raise the white flag and end the war, but they're asking for too much. And that may just be the U.S. takes control over Iran. They want to be the leaders, the new leaders. Iran's a part of the U.S., whatever. Iran's not going for it. Meanwhile, the price of the oil hits $115 and petrol prices in the U.K. rises again. New attacks have been reported in Iran, Lebanon, and Israel, while traffic through the Strait of Hormuz remains way down on pre-war levels. This is your update on the Iranian conflict with the U.S. and Israel.
Iran has officially put out a threat to all American universities that are abroad. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. It's got big schools like NYU, Georgetown, just to name a few, y'all, that are abroad. Back in 2023, 2024, we have anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 American students studying abroad. That number may very well have doubled or tripled, currently in 2026, y'all. And all of these students are at risk because Iran is now stating that all American universities are now a target. The United States and Israel took out Tehran University of Science and Technology, and due to them taking out their school, now all American-based universities are now at risk, y'all. Not to mention, boots on the ground, a great possibility in the coming days that could last up to 2 weeks, y'all. Very dangerous, very sad situation. We all thinking that the war is dumbing down because it's been going on for 30 plus days, y'all, and at this point you should have been able to come to some sort of agreement or something, y'all. It seemed like it is putting more fumes to the flame, and y'all, this war is heading to a very dangerous situation. Thousands of our soldiers, boots on the ground, thousands of our students over studying abroad that has to stay away from their university until this stuff comes, over, because they don't say exactly.
Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well wherever you're watching this video from, and thank you for supporting the channel by watching this video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the ongoing war between the United States of America and Iran. So everyone knows that the United States of America has been a problem to other countries. The United States of America has always wanted to be in control, or it has always wanted to be in power. It has always wanted to be over other countries. So yeah, so the United States President Donald Trump, he has issued an ultimatum, he has given a warning to Iran to stop the ongoing war or to surrender, so that the United States of America will be seen to be superior over it, so that it will be seen that Iran has decided to surrender. But okay, the United States of America, or the President of America, gave Iran that ultimatum, or it gave it that warning to stop the war, or else the United States of America will cut the power supply for Iran. But the Iranian supreme leader, or the Iranian government, said that they won't do anything of such kind. They will just sit and see what the United States will do. And they also gave the United States a warning that if they dare do anything to them, they will strike, and by striking them, they will be striking their public universities. So yeah, I won't get into details right now. I've just compiled some videos for you guys to watch, and after watching the videos, I'll be giving my commentary at the end of the video. So please watch the videos, and after watching the videos, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, and also share the video to your friends or whoever might be interested in watching this video. Yeah, so let's first watch the video, then after that we'll be okay. After watching the video, you can give your comment. Let's keep the conversation going. I'll read your comment and I promise to reply to them. And yeah, please do so. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, thank you.
They're gonna put these strikes. They have to stay at least a kilometer away from these schools, y'all. Any way you look at it, y'all, it's a lot. Not to mention all the innocent people in Iran, you know, that's going through the same stuff as the American people, y'all. Very sad situation, to say the least, y'all. But that is currently what's going on.
Officially, the United States and It's Not Real has been at war with Iran for 1 month and 2 days. And in that 1 month and 2 days, Iran has actually proven that they just may be the only country that can help usher the end of the dominance that the Western powers and the United States has had on the rest of the world. As Donald Trump continues to hold on to the delusion that the United States actually has any type of footing in this war, Iran is showing everybody that they ain't never been nothing to play with. Like, ever. The President of the United States has been seen issuing out a series of useless threats while simultaneously begging, you understand, other nations to intervene and help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, basically solve a problem that he started. Most recently, the President of the United States stated that he would need an additional $2 billion in order to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. You mean to tell me the Strait of Hormuz that was open before you decided to go and bomb Iran on behalf of It's Not Real, now you need $2 billion to reopen the Strait of Hormuz? Yeah. Go F yourself, Donald Trump. And that's exactly what Iran said, considering that Donald Trump initiated a ultimatum initially last weekend, and it was supposed to be for 48 hours. Then he extended it for 5 days, and now he has extended that deadline once again to April 6th, an additional 10 days. Yeah, them threats, they not doing nothing. They not moving nothing. And all in that time, right, the U.S. has been begging for Pakistan to deliver that 15-point peace proposal that Iran went through and denied. They issued out a counter proposal with the very first demand stating that they need Donald Trump to resign, effective immediately. Like, this no conversation. And while it's been well over a month since the United States has had access to the Strait of Hormuz, Iran is still conducting business as usual. They're still selling their oil, you understand, to China, to Russia, all with using the Chinese yuan, further weakening the United States dollar. But the real reason why Donald Trump is over here trying to pressure Iran into accepting this ceasefire plan that really only benefits the United States and It's Not Real is because these leaders of these global energy plants and these businesses are on Donald Trump's ass. See, ever since he went and started this fucking war, the price of oil has skyrocketed, and now it's affecting these other global leaders' businesses. And guess who has to answer to that? Donald Trump. And the funny thing about it is his threats really don't mean nothing to Iran, because as he decided to issue out another series of pointless, meaningless threats, Iran struck a key water and electrical plant in Kuwait, and an oil refinery in Israel came under attack. Oh, not to mention, with every threat that Donald Trump issues out or he mentions, Iran has a counter threat for that. Trump threatened to bomb Iran's civilian infrastructure. Iran's response was, "We will bomb U.S. universities in the Middle East." Last week, Friday, Iranian hackers decided to prove to the world exactly how skilled they were when they hacked into the FBI director's personal Gmail, Kash Patel, and published some private photos. Since then, they have now taken it up a notch, officially hacking into hospitals in Israel. Not just that, they have also now officially hacked into the personal devices of Israeli residents. As they fled an Iranian missile strike, some Israelis with Android phones received a text offering a link to real-time information about bomb shelters. But instead of a helpful app, the link downloaded spyware, giving hackers access to the device's cameras, location, and all of its data. Iran is making sure to give It's Not Real a proper dose of its own medicine, and they're choking on it. The Israelis are choking on it. Iran is striking the F out of It's Not Real so bad, it's to the point where now Israeli officials are literally calling out Iran's government, stating that they are committing war crimes. Every single thing that they are now accusing Iran's government of doing is basically a confession, because this is what they were doing to the Palestinian people. The strikes from Iran are so bad, it's to the point where Israeli residents have now taken to protesting against their own government, stating that they want this war to stop, that they are tired of hiding in bomb shelters, that it stinks, that they are hungry, that they are scared, and they can't take this anymore. I wonder if they had any sympathy for the people of Palestine when they were inflicting this same type of torture to them. It's Not Real's leader, Mr. Netanyahu, Mr. Bibi, nowhere to be seen, and he's the one that really orchestrated this entire thing. And then you have the President of the United States literally trying to hold on to the pride that is gone. It's honestly gone, especially considering that 8.5 million United States citizens took to marching on Saturday to demand for the removal of Donald Trump from presidency. They don't want him in the office anymore, and it's over. So yeah, here's your update. Iran just may be the first country to end the dominance that US has had on the entire world.
Y'all, Iran made a Lego movie, and it is hitting Black Americans right in the feels. And here's why that is not by accident. So on March 24th of this year, right, 2026, the official Telegram channel of Iran's Revolutionary Guard dropped a 54-second AI-generated Lego movie called One Vengeance for All. Oh, you ain't seen it yet? Roll that beautiful bean footage. So in this video, we saw Lego Native Americans. We saw Lego Africans in chains. We saw the bombing of Hiroshima. We saw Yemen, Vietnam, Gaza, and the Epstein files, bitch. And then it ends with an Iranian missile striking the Statue of Liberty, whose head has been replaced with a demon. Now, we know the original Statue of Liberty was a black woman, but that one that they got up there, that ain't a black woman. That's a white woman. They didn't traded her out. So I'm okay. We'll allow it. The black delegation will allow. And the final words on screen are one vengeance for all. Baby, that video was not random. Every single victim group that was represented in that video was chosen to speak directly to Americans who do not trust our own government and never have. This is called information warfare, and Iran is winning. Just like I told y'all, Iran already won this war before it started, and this is one of the very ways in which they're doing it. Because here's the deal. When the United States, right, and Is Not Real, bombed Iran's children's school in the middle of peace negotiation talks, killing their supreme leader, Iran knew that they couldn't out-weapon the United States of America, but they had a plan. A meme war, bitch. So while the United States is posting video game clips and celebrating their missile strikes, Iran is making a narrative, which isn't really hard because America's entire history has handed them the ammunition. They are writing the narrative and telling the story that says they are not fighting for themselves. Iran is not just fighting for Iranians. They are fighting for everyone who the United States of America has harmed, has hurt, has victimized. And that hits a little bit different when you're looking at enslaved Lego Africans with chains around their wrists, of which you are descended from, standing next to an Iranian flag. They know what they're doing. But I need y'all to understand that this is why media literacy matters, okay? Because Iran knows what they're doing. This is propaganda. Full stop. That's what it is. And we know that Iran is not innocent. Iran is not without blame. That government and that certain supreme leader, although has shown Solidarity with Black Americans has also victimized and assassinated, killed its own citizens, protesters, tens of thousands of their own people in the streets. They have oppressed their own ethnic and religious minorities. This is a fact. It cannot be said that Iran is not strategically smart. They're using Native American, Indigenous American, and Black Americans' pain that we have been through, that our ancestors have been put through in this country, as a recruitment tool for sympathy so that we all work together against our common enemy. So where we are right now is that the USA just sent a 15-point peace plan to Iran, and Iran said no. They rejected it. And Iran sent back a 5-point counter offer, including reparations and sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz. And so Trump extended his deadline to bomb Iranian energy plants until April 6th. That's a week away. Negotiations are currently happening through the middleman, which is Pakistan. Trump says that the talks are going great, but neither one of these nations trusts each other, and analysts are already warning that if Trump does not reach some sort of conclusion, that we could be pulled into an in-ground invasion. Them Iranian mountains is gonna swallow us whole, bitch. And it is confirmed that 13 U.S. service members are already dead. And there have been over 72,000 Palestinians killed since October of 2023. We know that Gazans are still being blown up, and now Iranians and Lebanese and Sudanese and Congolese, listen, the clock is ticking, and we're looking at Lego movies that are begging us to have solidarity against a common enemy, even if that enemy is the nation that we reside in. I don't know, bitch, but as a Black American, I kind of want to see the empire fall. That's just me. Because when has this ever been a nation that has given us love? When have we not had to fight for our right to exist and be free and have equal rights in this nation as Black Americans? They still don't want to give us reparations, bitch, but they fought tooth and nail to get Germany to pay reparations to the survivors of the Holocaust. Where's ours? Why are we not allowed to talk about racism and anti-Blackness and white supremacy? We're still battling those very things in this nation. And so, I don't know, that little Lego movie kind of hit me in the heart. It hit me in the feels. And I kind of stand with the oppressed people. All I'm saying is, bitch, this is one hell of a show. And it is having real life consequences, and we're watching it in real time. And Iran knows exactly what they're doing and who they are trying to reach.
Things just had gotten a really dark turn in Iran. Now, like I said, you got to stay tuned with international news because they will tell you the tea of what you need to know. They are basically going to tell you the real of what's actually going on in the Middle East right now, and how Trump and the entire administration is lying to you of how effective we are doing. To the point where, honestly, fun fact, a huge update is allegedly the Pentagon is actually getting prepared for months of ground invasion in Iran. I didn't need to have a statement from the Pentagon to know that. Trump for weeks has been slowly, secretly putting more and more troops over there in the Middle East. At some point, we all know why he's doing it. You know what I mean? So we all know he's being prepared for a ground invasion, but apparently it's been confirmed by the Pentagon as that's what they're preparing for. It's the ground invasion. And by the way, I'm be real, this shows that Trump literally it has nothing but yes men around him. Because we are spending way more money than we actually have in the United States. This war is costing the American people over $1 billion a day. We don't have that money, bitch. We're in debt. We don't have that money to continually keep spending and spending and spending and spending. And he is spending on this fucking war that doesn't make any logical sense, because Iran was never a threat to us. They didn't have any weapons to actually hit the United States grounds. He's just doing this because he has a yes man, and he is easily influenced by just rubbing his fucking head and giving him compliments. You have a person that literally renamed the Secretary of Defense as a Secretary of War. The fuck? Pete over there busting up his ear talking about we got this because he's a war. He's that people that get hype up on war. Who knows, he could have like dirty money between the bets and stuff. You know how people like that work. I disclaim, I don't know. But with that being said, something really just happened. Apparently, allegedly, United States struck Iran's universities. Well, at least one or two. And as a response that just happened today, Iran basically just said out of their mouth that they're going to be targeting United States universities in the Middle East. Now, what are you going to say? What do you mean United States universities in the Middle East? Well, if you guys don't know, you know those study abroad programs? Yeah, those are not technically United States universities, but they are partnered with United States universities. You see what I'm saying? So because these universities are now partnered with the United States, with some universities that allow obviously study abroad programs to happen, these universities can actually be now these universities are now on a radar for potential attacks from Iran. On top of that, people are not peeping anything. It's just not the Middle East universities that need to really be alerted. It is all U.S. universities that need to be alerted. Because I think people in this generation kind of wasn't alive or was very young. But if you go all the way back to the terror France, right? Mind you, when people can say, well, they had I know borders are very different over there in France. Obviously, they cannot do what they did over there, obviously. However, I want you to think about it. These were sleeper cells. I don't care what anybody said. It were sleeper cells. They were very much well-organized attacks that happened in days. You had people coming out of nowhere, just terrorizing, shooting up everyone throughout the street. You had S-bombers one day. You had plant bombs in Ariana Grande concert the other day. You know, you just had left and right attacks, like organized attacks, just back and forth throughout a span, I think, of 5 to 6 days. And that happened about almost 8 to 10 years ago, I think, over there in France. So I think people need to understand this is not a crazy thought, is that if they start doing their universities, what is to stop other chains of Iran or chains of people who support Iran to start actually targeting the United States universities in the mainland. So in my opinion, universities in the United States in general needs to be on a huge radar, because if Iran is publicly saying they're going to be targeting, like actually for missiles, they're going to be targeting the United States, universities in the Middle East, you don't think they're thinking about maybe calling up their friends or maybe, dropping a hint, like they wouldn't mind if they would go to the actual, hit the mainland of the universities of the United States? Because now it seems like how they're playing is an eye for an eye. You hit our universities, trying to off our university kids. Well, baby, we'll do the same thing to y'all's. It is what it is. An eye for an eye, ho. People need to worry. It is getting very...
Hello again, everyone, and thank you for making to this end of this video. So the United States of America, or the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, had issued an ultimatum, a 48 hours ultimatum to the Iranian government to stop the war, or the United States of America gave the Iranian government a warning to stop the war before 48 hours, or else he's going to destroy the energy system, or the power supply of Iran. He said that he was going to send his soldiers to Iran and destroy the energy port of Iran. So the Iranians didn't comply to what he was saying. The Iranians just sat there and waited to see what he will do. They didn't do anything. They didn't do what he wanted. They just sat there and waited to see what Donald Trump will do. And after the 48 hours, he didn't do anything. So Donald Trump again issued a 5 days ultimatum to Iran. Donald Trump gave Iranians a warning to stop the war, or else he's going to destroy their power or their energy source, and also he was going to destroy their oil ports. And Iran didn't comply to what he wanted. And so now we are waiting for these 5 days to end and see what he will do, or what the United States of America will do to Iran. And Iran also issued a 24-hour ultimatum to the United States of America. The Iranian government said that it gave a warning to US that if they tried anything, or if they dared do anything to Iran, they were going to strike the public universities in the United States of America, all the public universities. And the 48 hours ended and the United States of America government didn't do anything. So now we are waiting for these 5 days to end. So the United States of America's President Donald Trump wants Iran to surrender, or it wants Iran to raise the white flag, so that it will seem that US is the one who won this war. And as we all know, US is at a losing point. It's Iran that is winning this. Iran doesn't have anything to lose because US has taken a lot from it. So right now, Iran has nothing to lose. So they don't care about what US will do or whatever they want to do. So Iran is not ready to comply with them. As we all know that, we know that the United States of America is a colonizer. The United States of America wants to colonize every country out there. So they want to take advantage of Iran. They want to colonize Iran. They want Iran to be part of the United States of America. So that's why the United States of America is doing whatever it's doing. But the Iranian government doesn't want to comply with them. The Iranian government want to stand to their decision. They want to show other countries an example. They want to show other countries that they can win over the United States of America. So the president of US, Donald Trump, doesn't care about anyone. That's why you'll see that he has sent a lot of soldiers to this war, or he has asked a lot of people to volunteer in this war, and he's just sent them there, and most of them just goes there to lose their lives. They just end up losing their lives in this war, and he doesn't care so long as he gets what he wants. That's why you will see him asking black people to volunteer in this war, asking people to come up and volunteer, sending people to Iran over and over again. But at this point, the government of Iran or the Iranian people don't have anything else to lose, because Donald Trump has taken a lot from them. So right now, they don't have anything to lose. That's why they are ready to fight up to the end. So we all know that right now, it's Iran that's at a winning point. So the United States of America and President Donald Trump doesn't want US to lose. That's why it's asking Iran to raise the white flag, so that it will be seen that Iran has lost to US, so that US will always be in power. But Iran doesn't want this. Iran wants to show an example to other nations. And so this is really paining the president of America, Trump. It's making him feel inferior or whatever, but he wants to be superior. He wants to be superior over other countries. He wants to dominate other countries. He just wants to bring problems to other countries, but the Iranian government or the Iranian people has said that this time they're not going to let him win. So the Iranian government has said that it's going to fight US up to the end. It's going to ensure that Iran becomes victory in this war, and this is what the United States of America's president doesn't want. So he has been sending soldiers to Iran over and over. He has been destroying Iranian things. He has destroyed a lot of Iranians' properties. A lot of lives have been lost in this war, but the president doesn't care. The president of America doesn't care. He just wants to feel superior, or he just wants to be seen as, I don't know what. He doesn't want to give up. Instead of him just accepting the fact that Iran has won, or Iran is winning against him, he's still trying to do everything in his power to ensure that Iran surrenders. But as we all know, Iran is not going to do that. Because Iran doesn't have anything else to lose. It has, US has destroyed almost everything. It has destroyed a lot of things in their countries. Lives have been lost, properties have been destroyed. A lot of children have been left without parents or orphans. So right now they have nothing to lose. So as we all know, Iran is not ready to give up, or Iran is not ready to surrender. So we'll just sit and wait. We're just waiting to see after these 5 days ends what the United States is going to do to Iran, or it was just empty threats that the president was giving to Iran. So we are just waiting to see after these 5 days. We will see what will happen, but I don't think that anything will happen, but that's just my opinion. You guys also have your opinions. So yeah, we're going just to sit and wait and see what he's going to do at the end of these 5 days, but I don't think that he is going to do anything. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it here. I think that, okay, you have seen the videos and I've also told you my opinion. So you guys you can also give me your opinion through the comment section. Let's keep this conversation lively. Let's have a chat. Like, tell me what you guys think about all this that's going on. Tell me what you think the president of America is going to do after these 5 days end, or tell me if you think that these are just empty threats. And yeah, tell me whatever you guys think. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. And as usual, don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to this channel, and also you can share this video to whoever you know, okay, to your friends or whoever you know that he or she might be interested in watching this video. Yeah, so see you next time.